How about the rocks in that intro? If that's not a testament to the capabilities of the modern day trail bike, I don't know what is. I'm on a Santa Cruz Tallboy with 120 mil travel in the rear, and it can eat things up like you wouldn't believe. 29ers and the modern Geo and all these manufacturing engineers, they really know what they're doing. It's so impressive what bikes can do. Today, I'm riding with James and a couple other guys, and we are at the shed again, and I'm showing you the proper trails at the shed because I was told BKXC came here and he rode the wrong trails. There's brand new trails recently made, machine groomed, and normally I wouldn't be too sure when I hear the term machine at the shed because the shed is known for the gnarly rocks that are all over the place. But as you saw in that quick clip a moment ago, these new trails, man, the flow is outstanding. The berms are incredible, and the jumps, they are on point. So we are on the Hamburg Loop, making our way over to the new trails, and I love even the XC trails that the shed has. As you can see, we're making our way over all these rocks, little hop on, hop off, some nose taps here and there. You need some technical skill even to get around on just the XC trails. So, the new trails at the shed. Yes, BKXC did ride one of them. However, and it's a big however, he rode down the climbing trail. And that's all he rode, or at least all that he showed in his video. Today, we're going to be doing it right. We're going to be going down the two new purpose-built downhill trails, Boundary and Catoctin. Both of these trails are phenomenal. They do not disappoint. We're going to be checking in just a moment once we arrive. We have now arrived at Boundary. So we're dropping in, and like most trails at the shed, these trails also speak for themselves. So I'm going to stay pretty quiet through this section here. Just know that there's going to be a crash coming up, and man, crashing, it's mountain biking, it happens.
Sick, dude.
Remember earlier how I said there was a crash? Well, for the crash, we're going to flash forward to the future real quick. Day after filming this, we were out on the trail again. I was following Corey, and I was on a different bike, and I don't know what happened. Front end just completely got away from me, and down I went. I've watched the video back a couple times. I'm still not really sure. I think I might have gotten onto the front brake and maybe started to lock it up a bit, and then the front washed. Anyways, we're back in action now, following behind James. We're going to ride out the rest of the Boundary and head over to Catoctin.
Sick, man. Yep.
Now, obviously, for anyone who's ridden at the Shed, Boundary, it's like no other trail.
So sick.
It's so flowy and so fast, it can't possibly be at the Shed, right? Well, it is. And at the very bottom of Boundary, there's a stark reminder with the rock garden that's there to say, hey, you're still at the Shed. Finishing things out on Boundary, we're now headed back up to the top. It's a real quick, about 1.5 mile climb or so. We're ready to drop in on Catoctin. Catoctin is definitely another great trail, still flow oriented, but definitely a techie kind of flow. It's not all out raw speed and adrenaline with berms and jumps like we saw on Boundary. Instead, it's got some real technical little bits that'll catch you off guard if you're not ready for it. Fortunately, I've got James to follow, so he's towing me into everything, and I'm just trusting his lines. Wherever he goes, I go.
So dusty. Cool.
Forgot to film an outro for today's video, but hopefully you enjoyed these trails today at the Shed. I know I certainly did. I love the new trails. And on top of that, hopefully this gave you some insight into the proper trails that you should ride when you head to the Shed instead of the ones that BKXC showed you. Not that there was necessarily anything wrong with those either. But if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and tell me where to ride next.